one.
This is Nando Pound for Pound Boxing, proudly sponsored by Bravose, here with the man himself, Ben Shalom. Ben, I don't know how you do it. First of all, Calmbrook, Shields, Marshall, and now you just signed the best light heavyweight in the country. How'd you do it?
Oh, I don't, to be honest, it's not about me. I think we worked hard and we've proven that we can be trusted, and Sky is a massive attraction, but now fighters, I think, trust us with their careers. So it's special because fighters talk. He's seen a lot of success stories come over, and he believes, you know what, these are the guys I'm going to trust with the most important part of your career, and you could not be paid any better compliment than that as a promoter. And yeah, just delighted because he feels like the shackles are off now, and he can go and be himself, and he can go and talk, and he can go and fight, and he can go and be centre stage like he always wanted to be.
Obviously, because of the platform Sky Sports Boxing, and what you did with Natasha Jonas which was incredible. In 12 months, not one but 3 belts. Was it a no-brainer for him to come to Boxxer?
I think so. I think he's spoken to anyone that has signed with us a proper deal, and they've all said that we've delivered. And all the fighters that you talk about, I won't name names, but there's been a lot come across, and the trajectory has been good. And that's all we can do. We judge ourselves on the opportunities that we can get our fighters, and how many people see them, and how their profile grows whilst they're with us. And now with this case studies, and he can speak to them. So yeah, it's flattering, and I'm really happy that we've got him, because he is probably the most talented fighter out there.
You know what, since Boxxer started, I haven't seen you this excited before. Even with the fights I just mentioned as well, and the signings that you have done, no disrespect to the other boxers, is this your biggest signing so far?
Look, as you say, I don't want to disrespect. What it is someone that, one, I really respect, and I think needs the opportunity, and so I'm raring to go and get working on it. 2, he's so talented, and 3, he's bordering on the serious end of his career. So it's a long-term, multi-year signing for us. It's a statement. It's a real piece in our jigsaw, and I think he can do so much. You know, when Tasha Jonas came out, people talking about retirement and this and that, and so to see where she is now was a special turnaround. I think Buatsi can do more and actually take it to another level, what we could do with him in 12 months. I really do, and I think people are going to be surprised, and genuinely really excited.
What kind of names are we looking for May 6th?
We know who we're fighting. Look, we said when we signed last night, let's get you out in 6 weeks. The plan is activity. He didn't box till last May, and then it's the biggest fight. That's what's on the resume. It's the biggest fight, but he has to get active. All good.
No, I'm not getting the point.
All right.
Yeah, big up Ben Shalom, yeah? Big
Always.
up Boxxer. You know what I mean? Because people don't know or recognize it. You understand, like this, I've told you already, and this is no disrespect, but I'm saying, like, Boxxer needed Joshua Buatsi. Yeah? Joshua Buatsi needed Sky. They've marinated the whole thing in one cooking pot, and it's going to be fantastic. Reason why? Because all the fighters now are coming over to Boxxer, so the best will invariably fight the best, because when you've got a stable of the best, you don't need to go anywhere else. Keep up the good work, bro.
Cheers, bro.
Good recognition from Master Knowledge himself. So with that, we go on to April 22nd, Poland, another international show for yourself. Alan Babic headlining.
Yeah.
But let's talk about your fighters. I want to start with Jamie TKV.
Yeah.
He recently, well, in the last few months, called out Fraser Clark on Twitter. Can you see that fight ever materializing?
I can. Jamie TKB has been almost somewhat of a revelation and been extremely impressive. Everyone talks about him in the gyms and him knocking out this person and inspiring this person, but now we're starting to see in the ring he's going to get a big opportunity on the main TV broadcast in Poland, live on Sky Sports as well. He's a heavyweight that we think can really mix it, really mix it, and could surprise a lot of people. So definitely a fight we see happening, but yeah, really impressed with TKB. I think he's going to be a fun favourite.
I think he's a great addition to the heavyweight division as well. You've got a lot of young fighters out there, the likes of like Fabio Wardley and Johnny Fisher, Adelaide, and Fraser Clark, of course, and adding him to that, we're going to get some amazing domestic fights in the future.
I hope so. And again, there's so much to do domestically. We talk about the cruiserweights and then the light heavyweights, but as you say, the heavyweights, the domestic fights, for me as a fan, and I think a lot of fans, they love it. They love to see it. And yeah, I'd love to see all those fights, and everyone should just start fighting each other. Let's make boxing fun.
Let's talk about somebody that I believe is a future undisputed champion, Caroline Dubois.
Yep.
Very big, exciting addition to the women's boxing.
Yep.
Probably the most avoided fighter in the women's division.
I agree, yeah.
Obviously, it's hard to find her opponents.
Yeah.
One opponent I would love to see her fight, Rihanna Dixon for the Commonwealth title.
Yeah.
Can you see her, you making a deal with Matchroom to do that crossover there?
Look, we'll do any deal. But Caroline Dubois for me is so far apart from any other fighter at her age in the women's sport. She's on a trajectory of her own. For me, the most important thing is she's fighting for world titles within 12 months. She's going to win titles in every weight division. I feel like she's going to do things that have never been done before.
100%.
And she now has the confidence and the personality to go with it. She is going to be a flag bearer for boxing. So she is, really exciting. And but she's in no rush. She's probably going to be fine for another 10 years. You know, most of these girls, the Katie Taylors that we look back on, you know, some of them turning pro at either nearly 30 or 30 years old. She is 21 and still performing like she is.
Not even in her prime.
It's crazy. And she's still growing, she's still maturing. It's special.
Can't wait. A man that Savage Dan said is probably one of the most avoided in the heavyweight division, Martin Okolie.
Yeah.
Bit of a character with his coach as well, claiming in Paris that he dropped Dubois and Usyk. Can we see the likes of Michael Hunter, the likes of Joseph Parker fighting Martin Okolie? Who's the names that you want Martin to be there inside the ring with?
Look, he wants to fight Daniel Dubois for his regular title. He's number 2. There's no reason why not. That's what he wants. He is the most avoided man in the heavyweight division, which is why the one thing he's missing is profile. He's going to get that now with us. He's also very well rated, and luckily for the mandatory system, he's not going to be able to be avoided forever. You know, there's a lot of fighters that say he's in the top 3 or 4 heavyweights in the world. He just doesn't have the profile to match. That's our job now. We think we've got someone extremely talented that's going to cause a lot of upsets, and people are going to be running from him, but he's going to get his opportunities.
I asked the same question to Savage Dan earlier, put a massive smile on his face because as a boxing fan, it excites me as well. These rumours of Jonas Shields.
Yeah.
How realistic is this fight and how can it happen?
It happens if everyone agrees. And it was a fight that we wanted to make, but ultimately there is a rematch clause as well, and so that might happen. So it's one or the other, I think, and we'll know next week.
Being in Croydon, we heard earlier in this video, you heard the Crystal Palace fans.
Yeah.
You know where it's going to go, Richard Riakporhe.
Yes.
Can you see the fight happen?
What I would love to do is, and we've already spoken to Palace, double header next June with Buatsi and Richard Riakporhe at Palace, and so definitely something we're looking at already.
Badu Jack?
Let's see. Look, Richard might be a heavyweight by then. I don't know. You know, it's a long way away. Sorry, it won't be this June. We've got a stadium fight for Chris Phillips-Smith at the end of May. This will be next June.
How realistic is the fight in May for Chris Phillips-Smith to be a world title fight?
I don't want to announce it yet, but it's going to be a big fight.
Massive. The other person who's fighting in Manchester next weekend,
Yes.
Lawrence Okolie, another big signing for Boxxer as well, massively.
Massive. And David Light is tough.
Yeah.
You speak to any cruiserweight, this is not a foregone conclusion. I know Matt Rose's promoter is very confident with this fight, which does worry me a little. I speak to Joseph Parker, who's done many rounds with David Light, said he's extremely tough. Never been beaten before. Lawrence is going to have to do something that's never been done. He dealt with Brandon Plano, who is an animal of a puncher. And Lawrence has been out of the ring for a year with a new trainer. You know, it's not the fight you choose, but it's mandatory, and he wants to keep his world title. It's a big fight.
What can you see if he gets through Light? What can you see next for Okolie after that? Unification. One more person I wanna bring up is Zach Chelly. After his last fight, I was one of the first to tweet, I would love to see him fight Mark Heffron for that British title. The British Border Patrol has now ordered it.
Yeah.
Can you see yourself winning that purse and bringing it to Sky Sports?
I'd hope so. I want that fight. I want it. I'm glad it's going to happen. Zach really wants that fight. So yeah, we'll bid. But as long as he gets that fight, I'm happy to.
Brilliant. Do you have a message for the fans that tune in on Sky Sports Boxing, pay money to come to your fights as well?
Look, obviously, I think the main thing is we do see a lot of support and people. It's a tough industry. You know, there's a lot of stuff that we have to deal with coming into an industry like this and trying. So, yeah, just appreciate everyone's support, and we are trying to do the right thing for the sport. So, yeah, thank you.
Brilliant. Sorry, I have to add one more because the fans are eagerly awaiting if this fight happens. You brought us Brooke Khan. Can Ben Shalom bring us Brooke Ben?
Connor isn't a licensed fighter right now. Until he's a licensed fighter, we can't do that, unfortunately. But I do hope Connor sorts his situation out, and obviously love to help whatever he does.
Brilliant. Ben Shalom, thank you. Always a pleasure.